the depths of absence, the journey is inherently upward. It is not the circumstances of our origin that shape our essence, but our response to the trials of existence. We are faced with the choice to let the weight of our beginnings anchor us, or to transform that weight into the very fuel that elevates us to greater heights. Caleb Plant exemplifies this existential battle. Despite the universe conspiring against him, he emerged as a warrior of spirit, carving his name into the annals of global acclaim. His reign as the IBF Super Middleweight champion from 2019 to 2022 serves as a tribute to the power of human determination. In a moment of clarity, Caleb Plant embraced the challenge of greatness by facing the once-in-a-generational fighter, Canelo Alvarez, in the undisputed bout. Despite not emerging victorious, he revealed his spirited heart, battling fiercely until the final bell. Following his first defeat, Plant confronted former two-time world champion Anthony Morrell, delivering a performance that earned him Knockout of the Year. Undeterred and eager to enhance his legacy, Plant demonstrated his courage by stepping to the ring with the most feared super middleweight, David Benavidez, at a time when many would have chosen to steer clear. While the early rounds were closely contested, Benavidez's ferocious offensive rap eventually secured him a unanimous decision victory. In a state of determined resurgence, Plant sought to reclaim his path to title contention by challenging the undefeated McCombie. The hungry challenger came out aggressively, refusing to back down. Yet, as the fight progressed, Plant's experience began to shine through, gradually breaking through McCombie's defense. By the 9th round, Plant had deciphered his opponent's strategy and went on to secure a decisive victory. In a sport where big punchers often rise to the top, we tend to overlook the fundamental truth that it is technique and skill that sustain one's position there. While raw power may open the door to success, it is the mastery of craft and the finesse of execution that truly anchors a champion's reign. Caleb Plant is a slick boxer, deeply versed in the art of the sweet science. He equally values defense as much as offense, ensuring that every punch and movement is executed with careful thought and purpose. His approach is centered on intelligent boxing, thriving in a fast-paced environment where errors can lead to severe consequences. Plant navigates the ring with deliberate intent, employing a strategic mindset to identify and exploit his opponent's weaknesses.
Over these rounds, so it's not as if he has to go get him. As Plant went to the body with a left hook. Benavidez.
If you're Canelo, though, even though you gave up that round by Caleb Plant, big left hook. As Plant starting off busy, nice stitch. He has destructive power. And there's a left hook to the body by Canelo, and
everything begins and finishes with the feet. And Caleb Plant's movement is one of his most remarkable qualities. He moves fluidly around the ring, using his footwork to maintain distance and dictate the pace of the fight. Complementing his movement is his lead hand. Armed with a sharp and precise jab, the jab keeps opponents at a distance and disrupts the rhythm, serving as a catalyst for his feet to find angles and create openings. Ultimately, the goal is to land punches while staying out of reach of your opponent. No dominant champion has ever succeeded without employing an intelligent jab as his foundation.
Benavidez goes to the body. The left hook to the body is his favorite punch, and it could Plant to necessarily win every early round. He's been outthrown.
there's a jab right to the midsection. Down, Caleb Plant.
Plant is a sharpshooter. He lines up his shots and then lets them go. No punch is thrown without purpose. His punch placement is methodical. His foundation, meticulous. It's the old school game of stick and move. He gets off his shots and gets out the way. There's no time to admire his work. It's about getting results. A very disciplined boxer who is sure to stay focused for the duration of 12 rounds.
Right there. And both of them coming off that rope, but I tell you, because both a good body shot. He's got to keep his hands up.
Closer and closer, and they're going to start touching each other more and more. These guys at the press conferences at the weigh-in.
Nice jab. Combination. Look at beat up right now.
There's that big hook.
Very much in this fight.
Agreed.
Oh! Watch, see this again.
Body. And then hook. Boom, there it was.
Good night.
In a sport captivated by violence, finding a defensive-minded boxer is truly a rare gem. Caleb Plant is a dedicated student to the Philly shell, using his low lead hand to entice opponents into his carefully set traps. It's all an illusion. Where there seems to be an open target, a trap lies just beyond. Plant excels at rolling and shooting, and once his counters come into play, opponents begin to second guess their every move. Fully aware that any mistake will be penalized swiftly by a counterattack. It's in the bending of the hips, the turning of the body, and the synchronized movement of the feet that true mastery is revealed. Throwing a punch is the straightforward part. The true marvel unfolds when you stand face to face with an opponent as they unload the power punches. In that moment, your reflexes become a display to the world as the blows fail to find a target that appears tantalizingly close. In the ever-evolving landscape of the Super Middleweight division, Canelo remains the unified champion, reigning supreme. Meanwhile, William Skull has recently claimed the vacant IBF belt, adding a new dynamic to the scene. The division experienced a shift when Benavidez moved up to light heavyweight, unable to secure a fight with Canelo, and unexpectedly, David Morrell followed suit. This transition has paved the way for a new wave of contenders, eager and ambitious. Among them are the knockout artist, Christian Mbili, the promising young talent, Osles Iglesias, and the heavy hitter, Diego Pacheco, all poised to make the mark in the quest for the title. While the young talents brim with promise, the true metal remains untested in the crucible of battle. They have demonstrated power, yet the question lingers. What transpires when they encounter a defensive boxer who neutralizes their strength? In that moment of reckoning, to what depths will they delve, and what inner resources will they summon? Having already ascended to the pinnacle as the former world champion, Payne embraces the essence of what it takes to thrive at the highest echelons. Beyond Canelo, Payne stands favored in most encounters the division presents. He is a harmonious blend of skill and strategy, a fighter whose technical skills matures gracefully with experience, much like fine wine. With each bout, Payne accumulates wisdom, positioning himself as both mentor and master to those who aspire to follow in his footsteps. His journey is a story to the enduring power of knowledge and adaptability in the ever-evolving realm of boxing.